Hi everyone. So I didn't plan on another live video again today. I did one last night and then I did one earlier today, and there was definitely no plan of doing one tonight, and I don't know how long I'm going to do one for or what I'm going to say really. Well, I never know what I'm going to say. You don't know with me, because sometimes I'll be talking about one thing and then I'll just go off on a tangent and talk about something else. So I did a video last night because I was quite stressed out, and I'd had a few conversations with someone, well, a few people, and I had a decision to make, which I'd basically made. I knew what I was going to do, but someone's pushed me to definitely do what I'm going to do. So I was just basically talking about that I'm going to be making more statements to the police. The police don't take me very seriously at all, and they investigate things unfairly and not properly. Last year I was pushed into 3 interviews back to back when I was not in the right frame of mind to do it for various reasons, which I'm not going to get into, and the police opened these 3 cases without telling me, and for the past 18 months investigated them without informing me or asking me for more information or giving any updates. So basically they've not investigated them properly, or well, the person who's been brought in to investigate them, Paul Murphy, hasn't. Paul Murphy's not even a police officer, he's just been brought in to investigate, and I'm not happy that he has poorly investigated them, not included me in the investigations, which is highly illegal and improper. And then he rang me today, even though he's been told not to contact me because of the stress it causes me. Even my doctor has said that the police cause me serious anxiety issues. My anxiety is actually caused predominantly by the police. So I've been talking about things with people because, ironically enough, the police are like saying to me for a long time, you need to tell people when bad things happen, or you need to start opening up about what's happened. So it's took me a long time to start to talk about things, because I've basically spent all my life not talking about things because I've always been told not to talk about certain things. So I've kept lots of things to myself, and this past year, and I mean the year that we're in, I've been like pushed and pushed, not pushed in like a bad way, to basically talk about things that have happened, and I've found it hard to even admit there's something wrong, or that there's things bothering me, or that things have happened. But I've let people know that like other things have happened, and I'm not coping with what's happened because things are coming back in my mind, and things are like affecting me about things that have happened in the past. And people had always said to me that like things that you push to the back of your mind or you try to ignore, eventually they come round again and they start to affect you. And basically that's what's been happening with me for months now, and I don't want to be in this position where things are coming back and things are affecting me, things are haunting me the way they are. But they are, and they're making me very depressed and stressed out and upset a lot of the time. And someone said to me, you've got a decision to make. You can either keep going round and round in circles like you're doing now, where you're not telling anyone what's happened or what's wrong or how you're feeling, and you continuously feel this way. You go around in circles and you feel a little bit better for a little while, and then something will trigger it, or not necessarily anything will trigger it, and things will come back, and then you'll feel this way again, and you go around again and again and again. or you can do something about it and you can report these things to the police and seek the help that you need. And basically last night I said that I was going to report these things to the police, because even though I don't like the way the police have treated me, and especially this Paul Murphy person who felt the need to do what he did on the phone today, like, he's not having any involvement with anything to do with me from now on. So if you're watching this, Paul, you're not doing this anymore. You've not even properly done your job. You've not involved me in investigations, and you're telling me that I'm mentally unwell. I don't know where you've got this false information from, but to say these things about people, you actually have to have something called evidence, something that you're clearly lacking when you're telling me that I'm mentally unwell and I'm mentally unstable. Where's your medical record? Because I can tell you right now, my doctor will tell you, and I'll give her permission to tell you. Well, not you, because you're not speaking to my doctor. Your supervisor Tim can speak to my doctor, and she'll tell you I'm not mentally unstable, I'm not mentally unwell. The reason I'm suffering from anxiety is predominantly to do with the police, and that can actually be proved. I'm not having this man come along and investigate, because you've not investigated. I could have easily done your job in about a month. You've had 18 months and you've not done anything other than put me down and lie about me and lie to me, and I'm not having it. I'm not having you ring me up and do what you did on the phone. And if you think I'm going to sign any retractment statement, I'm not going to do it. I'm really not going to sign that statement. And here's news for everyone. The police want me to sign a retraction statement that they've littered with lies. They've made this retraction statement and they expect me to sign it. And it's full of lies. Why would I sign a retraction statement that is full of lies? Like, why would I? And he said that I'm going to my solicitors next Tuesday to sign it. No, that's not what it's all about. And he only knows I'm going to my solicitors next week because my solicitor actually told him, so he would leave me alone. And it's not to sign that statement. That statement's full of lies. Why would I sign something that's full of lies? I'm not going to lie, and I'm not going to sign something that they've put together that's full of lies. I've had nothing to do with this statement. I've just said I wanted to retract a statement that I was pushed into, and they're trying to get me to retract every single statement I've ever made. And they've filled this thing full of lies, and no one can actually believe that they've actually done this. So if you want to make something about this, then maybe I should go to the press with this statement and show them what you're trying to get me to sign. Because I've not wrote this statement. This statement actually came from Paul Murphy to my solicitor, who then gave it to me. They wrote this statement that's full of lies. They've put things in it that has nothing to do with my retraction and nothing to do with anything at all, including nothing to do with the police. They've made things up in it. Like, I don't know why they think I'm going to sign something full of lies. Like, I honestly don't understand why the police would give me something that they know is full of lies and expect me to sign it. Like, I don't understand that. And for him to ring me up and tell me that I'm going to my solicitors to sign this, why would you think I'm going to sign something that you filled full of lies and information not relevant to a retraction statement? I don't understand. I really don't understand. So I'm not retracting anything, and Paul Murphy's not having anything to do with any cases involving me. It's as simple as that. He's a horrible person. Like, I've never had anyone ring me up and say and upset me the way he upset me today. And his supervisor wasn't very happy when he found out, because he'd been told he should not contact me. So maybe his supervisor would like to answer why I've been given a statement to sign that they've put lies in. I don't understand that. But it won't be being signed at all. I'm not signing anything full of lies. and I'm not retracting my statements. Whether or not I agree with the fact that I've been forced into these things, I'm not signing a retraction statement, and I don't believe what they've said to me. And, you know, I can put this statement on here if I want to. It's mine. I'm not being pushed into signing a statement that's lying. Like, why would I sign something that's full of lies that the police have wrote? Like, I don't understand. I can prove most of what's in there is a lie. So I'm not retracting my statement, Paul Murphy. I suggest you go back into retirement because you've not done a very good job. You've not investigated what's happened to me. And what you said on the phone to me today was totally out of order. And I told my solicitor as soon as I got off the phone. And you shouldn't have phoned me. You've been told not to phone me. So I don't understand why you've gone and done the opposite to what your supervisor has told you. Surely if an inspector tells someone who's not even a DC anymore, who really shouldn't even be investigating anything, to be honest. I mean, why would you have a civilian at the police station and give them access to records about someone? Something's not quite right about that. And I don't agree with their poor investigational skills and what they're actually saying about me. Like, the police don't have a clue about me at all. Like, they don't know me at all. They make up lies about me when every time they've described me, it's lies. It is actual lies. And when I tell people how they describe me, they're like, they can't be describing you because that's not you. And I don't know why they feel the need to lie about me or to make me out to be someone I'm not. Is it because you've made mistakes and you're trying to cover them by making me out to be someone I'm not? Because I'm not any of the things that any of you lot have described me as. And the lies that they've told. And I just don't understand why you would do that. And then to tell me that I can't make any more statements because I'm a liar. I'd think you'd find if I was a liar, you would have charged me for being a liar. But there's something that you haven't got, and that's called evidence. And the reason you haven't got evidence is because I haven't been lying. So to get on the phone and tell me that I've been lying to you and that I've admitted to lying to you, I've not admitted to lying to you. Why would I admit to something that I haven't actually done? Like, I don't understand why you would get on the phone and say that I've actually said I've lied. I haven't actually lied. What have I lied about? I think you've lied to me today. I haven't lied. I'm not having you ring me up and calling me a liar, telling me I'm mentally unwell, then to also insult my doctor. No, you're not insulting my doctor. Because if it wasn't for my doctor, I wouldn't be here now. And the reason why I wouldn't be here is because of the way you're making me feel. You've totally ruined my day. You're probably going to ruin my week because of how you made me feel today. So don't get on the phone and insult my doctor, because I'm going to tell my doctor what you said about her. Because I tell my doctor things, and it was the police who encouraged me to tell people things. Maybe the police didn't want me to go around and tell people what they'd done to me or how they make me feel, but yet again, I get a phone call from the police and things are said to me that shouldn't have been said to me. I'm being accused of things that I've not done. I'm being called a liar. And someone's investigating things that they've not really investigated, because if they'd investigated it properly, they would have made arrests and pressed charges against these people. But no, I don't believe for 1 second things are probably being investigated. I wasn't told of these cases. They shouldn't have been opened. I shouldn't have been pushed into an interview in the state I was in. And then to cover the mistakes, they're making me out to be someone I'm not. But I can prove I'm none of these things, and the police don't like that. They don't like that I've got people who will be on my side, who will stick up for me and go, actually, the way they're describing her isn't actually her. I don't know how they can get away with doing this, but I'm not having him phone me up and upset me And if Tim doesn't take this man off these cases, then I'm going to have to put a series of complaints in, and I'm going to have to go to the media over it. I shouldn't have to put up with this. Like, he's gone against his own supervisor and rang me and said things he shouldn't be saying to me, and telling me I have to sign a statement that's full of lies. No, I'm not retracting my statement. My solicitor knows I'm not retracting my statement. I don't know what the police think they're playing at, and the fact that they've got my property as well, and like they've took stuff illegally, and I can prove it was taken illegally, because to be able to take things off people they have to be under arrest, and I wasn't under arrest when you took things off me, and you know what you've took off me when I wasn't under arrest, and that's illegal. Illegally obtaining goods, and you can't keep things that you shouldn't have even had in the first place because you didn't have my permission to take these things. So I will be making various statements. And let's talk about Bent Police. I've had a person who works for the police threatening me for quite a little while, and I've actually put up with it because I didn't know what to do, and also because this person has, I don't want to say saved my life because they didn't save my life, but one night when I was really down, they were there for me when I needed someone to be there for me, and I thought, well, they've helped me, I'm not going to say anything about what they've been doing, but then I'm just protecting someone else. Why should I protect someone when the police don't protect me? So why should I protect someone who works for the police? I'm just sick of all these lies that they're doing, and how they're making me feel, and how they're allowed to ring me up and say stuff to me. Like, this bloke has not even investigated properly, because if he had done, I wouldn't be here now having this conversation. I know for a fact things haven't been fully investigated or properly investigated, and think people haven't been talked to who should have been talked to. So, Tim, if you're watching this, I want this Paul Murphy taken off these cases, and I want them properly investigated. In fact, you should let me do the interview whilst I'm sober. That would be a good start. And I am getting sick, by the way. Like, really sick. And I don't need the stress of someone who's no longer a police officer ringing me up. He shouldn't be even allowed to access the materials he's been accessing. He's a former investigator. I could investigate better than him, and I'm not just saying that. They just don't care. Like, why don't you all just come round to my house and attack me? Because the Blackburn police won't do anything. They'll just send Paul Murphy, he'll just give me a hard time. And they will be hearing from my solicitor, and I shouldn't even have to have a solicitor to deal with all this. I shouldn't have to have these phone calls, and I will be making more statements. I'm not having him ring me up and tell me they won't believe me because I'm a liar. Yeah? How am I a liar? And don't say I've told someone that I've lied, because I've told no one that I've lied. Why would I tell someone I've lied when I've not? I'm just sick of all this. I've had over 2 years of this now. I've been bullied from day one. Day one, Melissa Chadwick made me do an interview, told me I had no choice, told me if I didn't do it, this person would walk free. Well, you arrested him without actually getting a statement off me to begin with. So why don't you go and tell him what you did? Because I'll tell him if you want me to. Because he has no clue he was arrested without me going to the police station. And I got pushed and pushed and pushed into an interview, and got to, like, made to feel guilty about it, because they'd arrested him and they wanted to charge him, and they knew that if I didn't do that interview, they would have some explaining to do, like, why did you arrest him? I hadn't told you anything, and I can prove I didn't tell you what you're saying I told you. I'm just sick of this. This has been going on for over 2 years. I have severe anxiety because of the police. My anxiety is 100% because of the police. And then I get this ex-investigator giving me crap on the phone, and I don't need it. And I'm speaking out about it because I don't tell anyone anything, and that's the problem. And he thought he'd get on the phone and he'd say all this stuff to me, and I wouldn't tell anyone. I'm going to tell everyone what you said to me, Paul Murphy, because I'm not putting up with being bullied by the police. And I'd suggest you do what your supervisor tells you to do, because he's your boss for a reason. And if you're not doing what your boss is telling you to do, your boss isn't going to be very happy, especially when you go around upsetting people the way you've upset me. I want this man not anything to do with me anymore. So Tim, if you're watching this, you need to stop him from having anything to do with me, or else I will be left with no option to put complaints in, because he hasn't properly investigated. Because if he had investigated properly, you would have made arrests. You would have come back to me and you would have said, have you got any more information? Can you help us with this? Can you help us with that? But you haven't, because Paul Murphy told someone that you didn't involve me because I was mentally unwell. So I've got proof that your officers are going round, or your officer, he's not even a police officer, this man, civilian, is going around telling people I'm mentally unwell, and he didn't include me in the investigation because I'm mentally unwell. I want to know where your medical information is coming from, because it's not coming from my doctor, and my doctor can tell you I don't have any mental illnesses that will prevent me from taking part in any investigation. So using that as an excuse is not going to wash with me. I think what you've done is unfair. And this is why the police actually get away with this stuff all the time, because the police police the police. They shouldn't be allowed to police the police. They shouldn't allow ex-police officers to investigate things, because clearly they don't do it properly, or they decide, oh, well, we're not going to believe her because we don't like her and we've messed up, so we're going to make her look as bad as possible. We're going to call her a liar, and we're going to say she's got mental illnesses that she doesn't actually have. I'm sick of this. I'm not going to put up with this. Like, I've had this for 2 years, and I've got this man ringing me up and saying stuff about me that he shouldn't be saying. And then he lied about another police officer. I don't know why you feel the need to lie when I know who does and doesn't work at Blackburn police stations. Stop lying to me. God. And then, do you know what? I'm not even going to say everything in this video. I'm going to speak to his supervisor, because I shouldn't have to put up with this from the police. And I will be making the statements. He's not even got the power to tell me I'm not allowed to make statements. He's an ex-investigator. Why have you brought an ex-investigator back to work on cases? He shouldn't be allowed to access anything about me. And I'm not having this. I'm really not having it. And there's no point in going to bloody professional standards, because they just stick up for them. And the IPCC is just as bent. God, where's Maggie Oliver when you need her? Because she wouldn't put up with this. Anyway, I'm going to go. I'm not going to stop the video. I'm going to be back in a minute. I'm just going to go and get a drink. So I'm going to be back. and just taking my vitamins. They're actually vitamins. And I can't swallow tablets, so I have to put food in my mouth and then put the tablet in just before I'm about to swallow my food. I bet this is such a boring video. What else can I say? I'm not staying on too long. Had my sleeping tablet nearly an hour ago. I took it later than what I normally take it, but at least I had one tonight. Well, I had half of one last night, but I was up till 3:30, and then I had a really bad night's sleep. And I've been quite ill today. I mean, obviously I don't need the stress of Paul Murphy ringing me up and acting the way he acted. But my health has got worse as the day's gone on. So I'm going to see how I feel in the morning. If I'm worse, I'm going to go to the doctors. Again. I've only been 3 times in a week. Well, I went last Wednesday, Friday, and then Wednesday this week. That was yesterday. Feels like ages ago. So if I'm really ill, I'm going to ring in the morning. If you ring before 11, you get on the triage list, which basically is a phone call back off whoever's doing triage. I don't think it's my doctor. I don't think she's in tomorrow, but you never know, she might be, but I doubt it. So if I'm awake and I'm really ill, I'm going to ring for triage, basically. And then they ring you back, a doctor, and then they'll just say, like, what's wrong with you? It's really difficult to do over the phone, actually. I'm not a fan of doing it on the phone. I always forget things, and I always try to tell them everything in about 10 seconds. And then they'll either give you advice, like if they don't think you're ill enough for medication, or they'll prescribe something and then you go and get the prescription, or they get you to go in. The last few times I've been on the triage list, I've ended up going in. Like I was on the triage list last Wednesday and I ended up there half an hour later seeing the doctor. So there's a good chance I could end up at the doctor's. I think because of what my symptoms are, I'll definitely end up there. I don't particularly want to go. So yeah, if I'm worse tomorrow morning, I'll definitely ring. Normally I wouldn't. Like, I'm really bad. I do ignore my illnesses. But then again, I ignore a lot of things that go on. And that's why I'm standing up and speaking out about the police and what they've done again. He has no right to tell me what I can and can't report to the police. He actually told someone the other week that I can go and report things if I want, but then he's telling me on the phone that I can't because I'm a liar. I'm not a liar. I'm not lying. I think you need to stop lying. I think that's the reality of who's actually lying. So, yeah, if I'm worse, I will go to the doctor. So like, I don't really want to go. I was there yesterday. Like, I just feel like I'm always there at the moment. I'm not though. It just feels like it. So yeah. Also, another reason why I'm likely to ring tomorrow is because it's the weekend and they're not open till Monday. And it's like, if I don't ring tomorrow, I'm not going to be able to go till Monday. And if I get worse over the weekend, I'm not going to be happy with myself. So I need to see how I feel tomorrow. I feel a little bit better than I did like an hour ago, but I've not had anything really. I've just had my sleeping tablet and I've just had some vitamins and stuff, but yeah. If I don't end up at the doctor's, I'm going to go and get my bloods taken because I got a form yesterday from my doctor. I've spoke about it in the live video earlier and I'm not going to talk about it in this because I just can't be bothered. But I'm having basically everything tested, like the full works. So when they do 4 tubes, I'm having them done. So if I don't end up at the doctor's, I'm going to get that done. And then they'll have the results back Tuesday, Wednesday. But I do feel quite ill. I know what it is. And I know the answer, but I'm not having the operation, and I've refused the operation for nearly 2 years because of the police. I'd rather die. That's the honest truth. So yeah, that's my plan for tomorrow. I'm either going to end up at the doctor's or I'm going to go and get my bloods done. I think if I end up at the doctor's and it's my doctor that I see, even though I don't think she's in, she'll get the nurse to do my bloods then and there, so then I won't have to go and get my bloods taken. Because you don't get your bloods taken at the doctor's, not at mine anyway. The only time they do them is if it's an emergency. I've not had my bloods taken there for a little while. So yeah, that's the plan. But I'm going to go in a minute because I don't really want to talk much more. I'm stressed out and really had enough of the place. And I'm not having them talk to me like that on the phone, and I'm not having that man investigating anything again. He's not even a police officer. Like, I don't know what the police are playing at, letting this civilian ex-police officer come in and access things to do with me. I just think it's wrong. But then again, it's because it's me. They don't want anyone to really make any effort or any proper investigations because they'll have to admit they're wrong about me, and they don't want to do that because they want to make me out to be a liar. I'm mentally unwell. I don't know how they can live with themselves. I really don't. Like, I'm just sick of all this crap now. Like, every time I've been suicidal, it's been because of the police. And that's the truth. And like, when I'm suicidal, I make sure that people know who's done it. The police have always told me to talk about how I'm feeling and what's going on, and I am. And they don't like it because it's them who's making me feel this way. But I'm definitely going to go because I've really had enough. If you're wondering what that is, it's my earphones. I don't even know why I'm just putting them in my ears because I can't listen to music because I'm filming on my camera. It's funny how the police say they don't lie. Maybe they call it something else. I think they call it bending the truth. But I'm not being lied about or to anymore by the police. It's not fair, it's not right. And I'm not having an ex-police officer talking crap to me and giving me shit on the phone and telling me I have to sign a retraction statement. Maybe in your day that's how you got away with things like bullying people, but I'm pretty sure you're not actually allowed to bully people anymore. It's not the 70s where you take people down the back alley and beat them up. Anyway, I'm definitely going because I've had enough. And I need to like try and relax because he's basically ruined my day and left me so stressed out I don't know what to do with myself. So I hope you're happy. And Tim, you shouldn't have people like that working for you because he's like literally the worst person I've ever spoke to from the police, and I don't know how you can condone what he did on the phone today. I really, really don't. And then he told me I'm not allowed to speak to the Inspector Paul. If I want to speak to Paul, I'll speak to Paul, like, and he's like, I'll speak to him for you. No, you won't, because you don't have a clue what I'm going to say. But I'm going to tell him to tell you to stay away from me and not to have any involvement in anything to do with me, because you have no right to do what you did today. Anyway, I'm going to go. Definitely going to go. I'm not going to keep saying I'm going to go because I'm not sitting here talking all night, because I'm going to go to bed in a little while. And I'm not feeling well. And I'm probably going to end up in hospital. But at least the police can't come and harass me in hospital because the nurses won't put up with it. Bye everyone. I hope everyone has a good evening or good day or good night or good morning. Like, it could be morning somewhere in the world. Probably is in Australia.